Hello everyone, especially to the one who requested this video on how to host Google Meet, how to create Meet link, and if it's possible to have a moderator control for the meeting. First, let us create a Google Classroom. If you already have Google Classroom, then it's better, but just want to show you the first time you created Google Classroom. So once you created Google Classroom, here you could see a class code. You can copy this to invite all your students. Once you invited all your students and they are already a member of your Google Classroom, then you don't need to generate Meet link every time. You don't need to invite them every time that you are having a meeting or having a class. First, let us generate Meet link over here. So let's click it. And if you're gonna read this with Meet video meetings, you can connect with the students for distance learning. You can manage Meet in your class settings. Now, let us generate your own class Meet link under your name. So, here is your Google Meet link for your own class. You don't need to generate one link to another every time. So this will be your Meet link the rest of the semester or the rest of the year. But you can change, you can generate Meet link again. But I don't do that. So you can copy this, you can invite all your students, you can send it to their emails, and so on. Now, I don't invite my students every time. Whenever I opened the meeting, whenever I start the meeting, they know that I am online because they will be notified through because they will be notified through their email that I am online already. How? You have to make this one visible to your students. So whenever they open their Google Classroom, they could see the Meet link and they will just click it to join, or when you are hosting the meeting and they are notified, they will just join. So please don't forget to make this one visible to your students, and let us save. So it's there already. All right? And then for your second question, can you for your for your second question, is it possible to have a moderator control for this meeting? My answer is yes. So let's say, for example, you want to start a meeting. So click the link, and it's very slow. And I'm sorry because I have my attendance here. So this was the video that you watched. So I will delete those. And first, I want you to look at my back. I am in my room, and this is where I do my online classes because we are work from home. So most of the time I fix it, but sometimes I don't have time. So the first thing that I do before I start the meeting is I unmute myself. And to avoid the messy and the clutters at my back, so the first thing that I do is change the background. You can choose here, and then my favorite is this one. This is my favorite. So it's like I am in the classroom. So you see that? That's my background. And I don't need to fix everything at my back, especially if I'm in a hurry. So that's the first two things that I want you to know. Now, after that, I don't turn up my camera because I want them to see that I'm online and I'm just there. So then let me click join. And once you do that, so you can copy this and add people. But if they are already in your class, you don't need to invite them. So if you already have the Google Meet attendance, you have to click this just like before. But I want to include myself on the grid and enable grid view and and enable grid view by default. So to answer your next question, if we can have a moderator control, my answer is yes, but not 100%. So first thing is I want you to look at this host control key. It's locked, and you could see here the three things that you can control. Use this host setting to keep control of your meeting. Quick access. If you turn this off, everyone who is not invited must ask to join, including people in your organization. But I seldom do this. I only lock it when most of my students are already online. Why? Because they can disrupt my class. Well, I'm having a classes and then you have to click and then admit them one at a time. So I only do that when most of my students are already in are all and to answer your second question, if we can have a moderator control, my answer is yes, but not 100%. So if you want to do that, if you could see the host control here, the blue with white key, host control, click it, and you could see this three control for the meeting. So, first thing is if you want to turn this off, it says here when you turned off, everyone who is not invited must ask to join. You have to click and admit them before they can join your meeting, including people in your organization or including the people who are in your Google Classroom, right? But I seldom do that because if I do, my class or my meeting is always disrupted because I have to admit them. But after most of the participants have joined, that's the only time I turn it off. All right. Next, share screen. I usually turn this off because I don't want anybody from my students, from the members of the meeting who share their screen where, that is just to avoid something. And when they want to share their screen, then allow them. Just allow them. But this is one of the controls that I always turn off. And send chat messages, I don't do that because I always ask my students for participation. What else? View all host control. And then for the video, for the audio, it's there, but this is what I usually do. And to make sure that everything will be all right, what I do is I always record my meeting because everything will be recorded, good and bad, and everything. So I record it. So once you record the meeting, it will be uploaded in your email. All right. So what else? If you click this, you can change the layout, the full screen, the background. You can turn on caption and so on. So again, for your first question, I hope that I answered your question to generate your Meet link, your own Meet link, so that you don't need to change one link every time to another. And the host control that we can only do is this one. We can kick out the member, but we cannot unmute them. So I hope that this video helped you and answered your questions. So if you have any more questions and you want any videos that I know that I might know, I am willing to share. And thank you so much for tuning in, for watching my videos, and for subscribing to my channel. Have a good day and keep safe. This is PHUSA Guru. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, and share this, and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Bye for now.